Staffers of the National Psychiatric Hospital yesterday held a picketing exercise to protest the relocation of the BRHA employees to that institution. Janelle Williams reports.
A few staffers attached to the National Psychiatric Hospital at Fort Kanji, Greater New Amsterdam, yesterday staged a picketing exercise at the said hospital to register their disapproval of displaced Berbice Regional Health Authority employees being relocated to the mental institution. On Monday, June 8, the doors to the BRHA offices were locked and the health authority was effectively closed by the new Minister of Health, Dr. George Norton, who declared that the BRHA was an illegal entity and could not be allowed to continue functioning. The health authority's staffers, including its CEO, Dr. BRHA Mahadio, were subsequently relocated to the office of the Region 6 administration until such a time when places could be made available at the various health facilities to accommodate them. Exactly 1 week after the closure of the BRHA, the Region 6 Regional Democratic Council has apparently reassigned former BRHA employees to the National Psychiatric Hospital and the New Amsterdam Regional Hospital, much to the displeasure of workers attached to the mental institution. According to the workers who armed themselves with placards and picketed the move, the BRHA is directly responsible for the deplorable state of the only psychiatric hospital in the country through its alleged stagnation of developmental works and inadequate placement of staffers to man facilities. The disgruntled workers also contended that the trio at the head of the BRHA openly and publicly campaigned on behalf of the now ousted PPC government and have supposedly instructed health workers not to cooperate with the new government, led by the APNU AFC coalition. It is therefore the belief of these employees that such persons should not be allowed to remain in the health sector, much less be reassigned to positions at the psychiatric hospital.
They were campaigning politically. They were being campaigning politically on the radio station, and now they are at the hospital with letters from the region. The REO, the DREO, must take up their position. If they have to go, let them go. Because they were campaigning politically and then now they were reinstated to work on the same institution that they suffer. The patients that suffer. Our hospital have been suffering. We have living patients in here. They need drugs, they need pampers, they need things. The banana there is locked up with lots of stuff in there for our patient. We need early action. Enough is enough. We can't take this anymore. The minister was here, he saw everything, and these people still continue. We have great respect for our minister.
The reason for my protest action today is to take a corner to the former staff of the BRHA. We do not want them to be any way in connection with the program or the management of our institution any longer. They have corrupt our institution. We need them to go. The DREO is cat watching mill. You cannot try a case in hell with the devil. And we need them to go. Melissa and all the others, we need them to go. And this message is going straight to the new government. They said that we are voting out corruption and stamp out corruption. And if we are to remove corruption, we need to remove the old people within the system and breed new people. Thank you very much.
What proof do you have that they are corrupt?
There are enough proof to say that the drugs that they are being removing, the store supplies that is being removing, and the BRH, and even gifts that come from the food for the poor were damaged and had to be burned.
If you have a bag of potatoes and you have one rotten one inside, the whole bag will eventually spoil. That's all.
My problem in the institution, I can tell you today, is that this institution has been suffering for a very long time. If you see the roads, the telephones in this institution, over 4 years we was out of telephones, bad road, bad every single thing in the compound. Lighting facilities, every single thing was very bad in this compound during the time of the PPP government. I am saying that Dr. Madio know this condition in this institution. He never had the right, and he had that power to look after certain things in the institution, and Dr. Mahdi did not do nothing for this institution. I am saying right now is that the minister and the government, right, all the things of this institution, there has been chopped, cut, and every single thing. And today I can see the condition and how we are suffering in this institution. I would like those administration who was there at the BRHA, to the region and to this government, put a stop to them, put them somewhere where therefore you can control them. Because if you do not control them, they are going to suffer this institution again. If you look at this institution, it is in a terrible state, very terrible state. Right? Look at the road where you have to come in and every single thing. Nobody do nothing for us. We was out of water over 3 to 6 weeks in this compound. More than that. And I cannot see the area up to now cannot fix the water and fix certain things in this institution. We continue with bad thing in this institution. And next thing I'd like to speak about, we is having some serious problem in the institution with patients coming from the prison, and nobody looks at it. We are going through some serious time in this institution because the magistrate send patients to this institution who do serious crime, and we have to work with them. We also have a staff problem in this institution, terrible staff problem. One staff is working 32 patients and 34 patients. And this administration, what was there, never look into these things.
The protesters highlighted infrastructural problems, mismanagement of resources, and lack of adequate numbers of personnel to efficiently and effectively run the mental institution as some of the reasons they are refusing to work with employees who were previously attached to the BRHA. While in operation for the past decade, the BRHA had oversight of the health facilities and healthcare services offered in both regions 5 and 6. This included the National Psychiatric Hospital. When Channel 8 News visited the National Psychiatric Hospital yesterday, only one person who was previously attached to the BRHA as a typist clerk had turned up for duty. However, that person was noticed sitting idly at a desk in a building which houses the administrator's office. Her presence was not acknowledged by a majority of those at the mental institution, and it is unclear whether she will be given any task to do. Meanwhile, during the picketing exercise, a truck belonging to the Region 6 RDC was dispatched to the psychiatric hospital so that RDC workers could redeem a quantity of items from the storage bonds there. However, the RDC workers were hindered from carrying out their task when the ever-watchful and vigilant protesters blocked their path and demanded to know who gave the order to remove the items.
As you can see, just left with the goods to go to the region. I don't know. Whoever is in charge need to act as urgent as possible.
The workers were eventually allowed to leave. Channel 8 News was reliably informed that only the typist clerk from the BRHA was relocated to the mental facility. The PRO and assistant administrator have been reassigned to the New Amsterdam Hospital. Janelle Williams, Channel 8 News.